All the mysterious events that have happened in China's history are here, which may subvert your cognition. Almost all unexplainable bizarre events will be presented here for you one by one. This issue is full of dry goods. Without further ado, let's get in the car directly. In 565 AD, in the Yuchen royal palace in the North Pole at that time, a mysterious red luminous object descended from the sky to the main hall of the palace, scaring the guards to run away. In 839, once, a dragon animal fell to Liting County in the lower reaches of the Luan River. At that time, it was already dying, and the local people built a shed for him. In 1874, a blue dragon landed in Tongcheng County at that time. The total length of this dragon was more than 30 meters. Because of the injury to the throat, it died not long after. In 880, Emperor Zizong of Tang Dynasty picked up a mysterious luminous flying object and kept it inside the palace. But then the flying object flew away inexplicably and disappeared. In 1060, in the area of today's Jiao Lake, in the center of the lake, a shining round pearl suddenly appeared, about the size of a fist, wrinkling the surrounding area of about 10 meters, like daytime. In 1073, a mountain top of Huashan suddenly flew up, flying for more than 20 miles, causing tens of thousands of deaths and injuries. In 1078, and now again, many local residents of Jiao Lake saw an unidentified underwater object rush out of the water and go straight to the sky. In 1162, another dragon was suspected to be found by the lakeside of Taipei Lake, where villagers watered him and prayed for blessings. After the ensuing storm, the dragon disappeared. In the records of Fujian in 1324 and in historical records, Chen Jun, the oldest old man, was born in 1881 and lived to 1324 at the age of 443. This is really enviable. In 1360, Liu Bowen, the founding father of the country, saw an unknown object like the moon flying out of the sea at night and disappeared. In 1482, a limp dragon lay on the beach in Xinhui County, Guangdong Province. Its body was tens of meters high, and its height was about one person. Unfortunately, the dragon was beaten to death by local fishermen. In 1515, about 80 kilometers east of Beijing, Hebei Province, the water in the river went straight to the sky, and formed tall icicles at high altitude. In 1626, the famous weather explosion occurred in Suanmumen area of Beijing. On the morning of May 20th of that year, there was a sudden loud noise. From the city gate to Xingbu Street, thousands of houses were destroyed, and the heads and limbs of tens of thousands of people fell from the sky. There was a terrible scene in the street at that time. The details can be searched at a certain degree, and it is still an unsolved mystery until now. In 1680, the water of Taeho Lake suddenly split in two, and a long road appeared in the middle, with a total length of 20 kilometers. In 1782, in Nanpi County, Hebei Province, a man was carried into the sky by two mysterious men, bringing him back to life. Already located 70 kilometers away, it is very similar to the Huang research incident that happened in modern times. In 1872, during the Qing dynasty at that time, a zombie attack occurred in Guangxi, which is said to be extremely terrifying. More than 20 local people were killed. In June 1880, a villager in Songzi County was captured by a UFO that dropped from the sky, and the government was helpless. In 1897, hundreds of people in a village in Liaoning witnessed a dragon in the sky at dusk. It was about 20 meters long and covered in gold. 4 horns could clearly be seen flying in the sky. In 1907, when foreigners were investigating in Zhongye, they accidentally discovered the savage incident. Subsequently, Russia urgently sent experts to our country for investigation. In 1910, a British explorer went to explore the jungles of Central America, and came across an old monk, who slowly climbed into the sky in a strange posture while sitting cross-legged, and circled over the jungle, and then slowly fell to the ground. In 1934, the famous dragon falling incident occurred in Yingkao, Liaoning. In the reed pond after the heavy rain, the remains of the dragon lay. This has been published in my previous works. In 1936, a huge snake was found in Xiang, Jiangsu Province. The snake letter alone was 2 meters long. Its head was higher than a telephone pole, and its head was also very large. In December 1937, during the defense of Nanjing at that time, more than 2,000 soldiers of the Sichuan Army Corps disappeared mysteriously in the Qinglong mountain area in Nanjing. Also in the autumn of 1937, many people made loud noises in Sangziao cave. Monk Yang Kong, afraid of disturbing Empress Sangziao, tried to persuade her, but the crowd refused to listen. Then there was a huge explosion and clusters of yellow flames, resulting in the death of 72 worshippers on the spot. The reason is a mystery. In 1938, hundreds of stone-shaped discs were discovered in the western part of Qinghai. After research, they have a history of 12,000 years, which is the famous Tolaba incident. It is said that more than 10,000 years ago, a group of very small aliens came here. In 1944, when a dragon fell from the Songhua River, hundreds of people came to watch Zilong, but in the middle of the night, Zilong was secretly transported away by a group of mysterious people. At 11 o'clock in the morning in 1944, the entire sky in Liaoning suddenly turned black, which lasted for more than an hour, and I couldn't see my fingers. According to investigations, there was no total solar eclipse at that time, and the reason is still a mystery. In 1945, the Japanese giant ship Kobe Maru sank into Poyang Lake for no reason, and none of the more than 200 people on board survived. Proton Poyang Lake is also listed as China's Bermuda Triangle. In 1949, Zhu Zaihua's resurrection incident. When Zhu Zaihua was killed by pirates, he used the body of Lin Wan, a Taiwanese village girl. On the day of the funeral, I suddenly stood up and said to everyone, "My name is Zhu Zaihua, and I will use this person to resurrect this matter." At that time, it was very sensational in the country, and even the top leaders were alarmed. If you are full of doubts at this time, all the above content can be checked online. It is said that the editor emptied all the knowledge reserves, just for you to know. If you still want to know more about the mysterious events that happened after 1949 to the recent period, the next issue will satisfy all your curiosity. It is not easy to collect information. Please like, follow, and encourage. The next issue will be more exciting.
Damn.